I've got a BGP foundation config. I've got all of my raw neighborships formed. All my neighbors can see all of the other neighbors, whether it's inside of autonomous system 64501 or 64500, and the two autonomous systems are seeing each other. Now, let's do some advertisements. So let's just look at R4. I'm going to keep some of that stuff up. Do a show IP BGP. That's my BGP table. Not all that exciting. I'm not advertising anything yet. So let's advertise a few networks. Let's go over to R1. That's got some networks, and I'm just trying to build in configuration. I'm trying to build network connectivity. So I'll do a network 10.1.1.0. 240. I think that's the /28 mask that I want. Yep. Slow yourself down when you're doing stuff that's tough. So R1 is going to initiate some of these networks. So now, view the BGP table. When it says next hop us, or next hop 0, that means we initiate the network. So then I'm going to go over to R4, and I'm going to do a show IP BGP. Awesome. We see some networks being learned via iBGP. But wait a minute. I see R. R says rib failure. Let's find that. There we go. Rib failure. Why is it a rib failure? Well, it's because I think I can view this. Yep. It says, hey, there's something with a higher administrative distance. So what administrative distance are we looking at with iBGP routes? It's 200. iBGP routes have an administrative distance of 200. So I'm, in fact, running EIGRP here, and there's administrative distance of 90 to those same networks. Okay, so that's why we're getting a rib failure. Let's go to R5. Do show IP route BGP. So, not to worry, we are seeing those being advertised over to R5. Looks great. That really does look great. So I see them in my table, but is R7 going to see them in its table? Now let me show you R5's config before I go there. Do show IP, no, show run section BGP. So I'm going to show you the entirety of the BGP configuration on this device. I've got my neighborships. The neighborships are working. The neighborships are working. Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Let's look at R7 now. Firstly, am I getting the routes? Show IP BGP. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. But I'm not getting a greater than symbol. The greater than symbol says that I can use it. I'm not seeing the greater than symbol, so they're not good enough to be used. Is it a rib failure? No, I don't see the R. It's because I don't know how to get to that next hop address. The next hop address 172.16.33.4. That's the exit interface there. No, that's this address in a separate autonomous system, or in kind of no man's land between autonomous systems. R7 doesn't know how to reach that. So here's what we've got to do. We've got to extend our configuration and say, do you know what to do? We say next hop self. this is such a safe command on your iBGP neighborships. So I'm going to do that for both of these. And I would also do that on R6 and R4. Do that on R6 and R4. So did that solve the connectivity issue? I'm going to up arrow. I want to see the greater than sign. Let's see here. Up arrow. Just do a clear IP BGP. It's very disruptive. Good. 192.5.5.5. Can I ping that? Ping 192.5.5.5. Good. Show IP route BGP. Still not getting it. That's a little funky. I won't lie, I was expecting to get the greater than. So R4, giving it over to R5. R5 re-advertising that. It's definitely learning it. There we go. Just had to wait. Holy smokes. That was interesting, wasn't it? It's like everything looks good to me. There shouldn't be anything going wrong here. Oh, and you see the significance. You see the significance of that next hop. So kind of got the before picture and after. The before picture right here is now what we're getting through R6. So R6 is not doing updates, or it's not doing next hop self. And so let's resolve that. Let's not leave a lot of issues. Just want to get my neighbor commands here. That's 7 that I want. That could have been a pretty nasty typo. Thankfully, I got it. And R4 is going to do the same thing. So we're going to do that on R4. Neighbor. Okay, so we've got our autonomous system prepared now. R7 should have some BGP routes. Show IP route BGP. You see, oh, it sees it as 200. That's the administrative distance of BGP in the iBGP flavor. eBGP, we'll see it here. Show IP route BGP 20. Beautiful. So we are able to communicate routes between separate autonomous systems, and that has to be proven before we can do more powerful and significant configurations such as BGP policy adjustments.